I'm here with my friend Jake Sims. We are going to talk about the Snyder Cut, Kong vs. Godzilla, Falcon Winter Soldier, WandaVision, all that kind of stuff during this stream. I'm just going to play Days Gone in the background since that game's free and I've been playing it a lot, so... Yeah. On the second episode of Live with Seeker. I'm pretty sure it's the second episode.
Alright.
I think. So no one's watching it.
What should we talk about first?
Well, what do you think will be probably the least, big thing that we could talk about?
I mean, it's gotta be Kong versus Godzilla.
Alright, so, it's hot on the trail, Kong versus Godzilla. So, we will have spoilers. Advise you right now, if you want to watch the movie, get HBO Max. I wouldn't recommend paying for it, for this movie.
Yeah.
Just my opinion. So, the plot of Kong vs. Godzilla pretty much is... I don't even fucking remember. What was it, like a Hollow Earth or whatever, where Kong's trying to get home or something like that?
Yeah.
They're trying to use Kong to fight Godzilla. That's what it was.
Yeah, basically these guys like hired this dude to get Kong to the core of the earth so that Kong could put this axe in this hole so that this like atomic breath Godzilla stuff pops out, and then they take a sample, send it to the team so that they could make Godzilla have atomic breath. That was the plot of the movie.
Alright, yeah, because I didn't really remember. Alright, so we have our first comment from the Geeking J. It was rushed, man. Yeah, no doubt. It was certainly rushed. Well, I think the plot was rushed for sure, the script. Because
I think they definitely made some behind-the-scenes changes.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's the original plot at all. Especially because this movie's been in development for years.
I mean, since like King of the Monsters, right?
No, before then. I think we knew it was happening since Skull Island came out, at least.
Yeah, I think it got confirmed in King of the Monsters.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know. These MonsterVerse movies are not it, I can tell you that.
No, they're not. I just feel like they want to be as big as... I don't think they're doing a good job at it. These movies are getting a lot of praise. At least this movie is. I think the funniest part is that the movies I dislike the most, being this one and King of the Monsters, are actually probably the highest received. From what I've seen, like the most frequently, at least from what I've seen. That and Skull Island as well. No one's been talking about the 2014 movie at all.
Yeah, I think that's the worst received. I think King of the Monsters and the 2014 movie are like by far publicly stated the worst.
I would agree with that statement, even though I still think that Godzilla vs. Kong takes the cake as the worst movie in this series. Again, I might be biased, just like when you see a new movie and think it's great. I saw a new movie and I thought it was bad, so I could be biased on this statement. I could personally, maybe... I haven't seen any of these movies in forever, so let's keep this in mind here. I've only seen all of them once. Is that a good thing going into this movie? I don't know. However, as far the way I see it, that's the way it is. Alexa, show me the front door.
Uh-oh, he's got intruders.
Possibly.
Hopefully it's not the cartel.
Oh fuck. I don't see anything, but my dog's flipping out. But yeah, the doggy. But I would have to say that these movies they're just nah. I'm surprised they've actually been carrying on with this idea.
It's like Transformers.
I agree. I agree with that. Except that I have nostalgia for those movies. These I don't even think are really remotely even nostalgic. Far from good movies by, any stretch of the imagination. Those definitely are not good movies, but I can get some enjoyment out of them because, again, I grew up with those movies.
Yeah.
Versus these, where I'm seeing them as a teen. Fast and the Furious, yeah, that's something you could definitely compare it to.
It's not Fast and the Furious bad. I think these movies are definitely the best out of the cheesy action movies.
It's like that. I think at this point, the MonsterVerse is going to become something like that. But... And if you ask me, they shouldn't continue. A lot of people are begging them to continue it. I don't think we need to continue this shit. They ended it on a pretty low note, if you ask me, with Kong versus Godzilla. Some are going to call it a high note, and that's fine. If it's a high note to you, cool. I think this is still my least favorite out of all of these. But take it, every time I see them, I get more and more underwhelmed. I was a kid when I saw the first Godzilla movie. I was probably like maybe 8 when I saw that movie. And I didn't like it then. And if I rewatched it now, I probably would have the same opinion on it, because it's probably not a great movie. I think that's the consensus. It's just kind of a mediocre movie. And then there's the second Godzilla movie, which I think is probably the most forgettable. In my opinion, of course. Again, I don't know if everyone's going to agree. Some people call King of the Monsters great. That's fine. I highly disagree with that statement. And I know some people watch these movies just for entertainment. They don't watch them for a good plot. But if you ask me, I expect a good story from my movies. And the fact you're not going to include that. They're saying hashtag continue the MonsterVerse. What else do we have left? That's a great question. They've done all of the major monsters they've used. At least if you ask me. Mechagodzilla they've done. Rodan, they did Mothra, they did Ghidorah. I watch movies for the plot mostly. I don't watch movies just to be fucking entertained. Because if I wanted to see that, I would watch an Adam Sandler movie. If I really just wanted to be entertained by a movie, I'd watch something like that. Far from a good movie by any means, but at least fun to watch. I don't even think these were that fun to watch. And the fact is that they think that all of their viewers are only watching just because they want to see action is kind of a shame. Because I guarantee a lot of their fans, like me, for example, are watching these for the plot, like you. And I assume Jake's the same way. To where the point where this is, example, Dark Knight and Captain America and Winter Soldier, great story. Yeah, exactly. Those are great examples. Because those movies, they're not just fun to watch. They're also really well done movies. I mean, I like The Dark Knight better in that situation. I know some would probably say they like Winter Soldier more, and that's fine. But if we're gonna call them in that certain classification of an action or comic book movie, those are definitely the more, I think, quality examples when it comes to a movie like that. So my verdict, I almost fell asleep in Godzilla vs. Kong. I don't blame you. I don't fall asleep during movies. But If I would have fell asleep during a movie, it would have been this one. This movie wasn't even 2 hours long. So, I mean, I think it was average. I think that's the best verdict I can give it.
I think I'd give it the same. I just, you said that you're watching it for the plot. I think, that's cool, whatever you watch it for, but the majority of, like, people reviewing and people reacting to the trailers I've seen are all saying that they like these movies because it's the big action blockbusters with tons of action, great CGI. Which, I mean, I think I could easily, I watch all these action movies for entertainment values only, basically. The Marvel movies, there's so many plot holes in Endgame, there's too many to count.
Yeah, I agree. Alexa off.
Yet, people still think that movie is great, and that it's...
Including myself.
Yeah, I think it's great as well, but obviously, I really only watched it. Obviously, the story has to be good, it has to be engaging. I think that these kaiju movies, stories, are good enough to engage yourself in. That's why I actually watch the movies. Like, because if the story was bad, I'd probably just turn it off. Like, if the story, if I couldn't watch the story, then I'd just turn it off. That's what I do for most movies. Like, I mean, I couldn't tell you the amount of times I've tried to watch Rogue One, and that movie is just so boring, and the story's so bland that I just turn it off.
Yeah, it is a boring movie. I agree.
But yeah, I feel like these movies are all, like, not... I think Skull Island is definitely, like... If we were putting it in, like, a Marvel ranking, it'd definitely be, like, top 15.
Yeah.
Skull Island is great. But these
Skull
other
Island has an
movies
all-star cast. Skull Island has a good soundtrack. It has a good plot.
Yeah, these other three movies, though, are just, like, D-tier action movies that I probably wouldn't watch again.
Yeah, like, I haven't even rewatched Kong Skull Island, and that's a good movie, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I haven't even rewatched that. It was a shame that Kong Skull Island is my first. Godzilla was still done under... Yeah, I can agree. Godzilla hasn't really been done justice on the American screen, at least. So, I mean... But, if you ask me, those Godzilla and a lot of these kaiju movies, you need to just stick with Japan. Japan should be producing these like they did back in the day, because they were done so much better. Sure, they were cheesy as fuck, but they were really good. At least if you ask me, I love those movies, especially the first Godzilla movie. I just think it's a great movie. Versus these, which I just feel like are watered down action movies.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be awesome to see these movies R-rated, though. I mean...
Yeah, actually, that would be kind of neat.
Actually, King Kong versus Godzilla was actually kind of pushing it. Like,
it was violent.
The freaking head off the dragon thing. I don't know kaiju. Because I don't know.
You're not Ryder O'Brien.
Yeah, he ripped the head off the dragon bird thing, and then he drank its blood and like ate it.
Yeah, that was crazy shit.
That was crazy.
I agree. Let's see where you can find gas in this game. And anyone in the chat who's played this, let me know on some tips, because I'm trying to just play it mostly blind. I haven't really watched any of the cutscenes. I've only played one mission, so I'm mostly just playing it for fun. I might play the story. I don't know.
So, are your viewers ready to move on to the next movie or whatever?
Yeah, are you guys ready to move on to the next movie or show or whatever? Because we got a lot to talk about here, so. Like Falcon and Winter Soldier and the Snyder Cut are the big things we really want to talk about.
Yeah.
And my opinions on those are a lot more positive. So, we'll move on here. So, which do you want to do? I'll let you choose.
I think the Snyder Cut's bigger, but I think I have more positive comments about the Falcon and Winter Soldier. So, I think it's up to you. This is pretty split on my end.
All right. So one of our viewers says to do the Snyder Cut. So let's do that. All right. So the plot of the movie is the same as the 2017 one, but if you haven't seen that, basically there's a villain named Steppenwolf who wants to collect these things called mother boxes, and he basically you know, is doing it to appease his leader, who is Justice League, but in this he's even in the movie Darkseid, of course. You know him. And basically you know, the Justice League come together to defeat this villain. So that's the overall plot of this movie. It's like the Avengers one. It's like basically if they brought the first 3 Avengers movies into one big film. If you ask me, that's what this is.
I think that it's just. I think it's more just like the third one.
Yeah, it's a lot like Infinity War, I'd say.
Because it doesn't. It tries to introduce the characters, but I think it really fails in that aspect. Because I still have little knowledge about people like Flash.
Cyborg.
And even by Batman. I think Cyborg is one of the better explained ones, but people like Batman, I could tell you little about him. And the DCEU. Obviously, we all know Batman. But the DCEU Batman... Also, this movie made me hate Ben Affleck as Batman. I don't know why.
He was a great... He's a great Batman before, but I really do think that if they did more for him in this movie, that I think he, by chance, could have been a better Batman than received. I was rewatching the Snyder Cut today. I need to finish part 5 and 6 in the epilogue tomorrow. I was on my 3rd viewing about a week ago. I haven't finished it yet. I'm about halfway through the movie though. I've seen the movie twice. You've seen it twice?
I've seen it twice.
Alright, then that's good. Then we've seen it around equally. What happened to his ninja movies, lol? Oh, Batman? Like Batman Ninja, the animated thing? I really don't know what you're talking about specifically.
Alright, I saw a new trailer. I haven't watched the trailer, but I saw the trailer on YouTube. I haven't watched it. And it was like an animated Batman thing. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, Batman Ninja, yeah. I think it's on HBO Max. I haven't seen it. Yeah, Batman's in the warehouse. Huh. I don't know anything about it. Sounds interesting though. But I couldn't tell you what that is. So I mean, my thoughts on the Snyder Cut of Justice League, I really enjoyed it personally. I don't know if I like it more than like the MCU or whatever. I really need to decide. My first viewing, I definitely could say that. I feel like I've liked it a little less on repeat viewings, but I still think it's overall a really good movie.
Yeah, I think it definitely lacks rewatchability. I think that's something that all things need, and this and WandaVision both lack the rewatchability, like, incredibly. They lack it.
I agree strongly on that.
I was hardly able to watch Snyder Cut the second time. The first time I loved it. The second time I had very mixed feelings on it.
That's kind of how I was. Well, also again, Brody was screaming in my ear half the time too. So I mean,
yeah, that's what. Like the first time, I wouldn't say I loved it. I didn't think it was like phenomenal, and I thought that was because Brody was kind of screaming in our ears the entire time. But then I rewatched it, and I didn't like it nearly as much as the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's certainly a flawed movie. It was in Batman v Superman when Bruce was going to say, "Oh, okay, yeah." That was Oh, I thought you said movies, not moves. Yeah, Ninja moves. Yeah, I agree. Ben Affleck had a lot of good action scenes in his movies too, but they really didn't do anything with him in either Justice League cut. I still like him a bit more in the Snyder Cut though, compared to the Whedon cut. But I think every character's better in this movie, so.
Yeah.
I mean, Joss Whedon is just a despicable human being. Did you hear he threatened Gal Gadot's career on the set of that movie?
I actually haven't.
Yeah, he did.
I like her better after watching Snyder Cut.
Same. So do I.
I thought she was just like an average actress, and I thought Wonder Woman was an average character, but after this I thought it was actually pretty good.
I agree, because they haven't really... a lot of people who disagree with you, I definitely don't on that comment, though, because they haven't done that much great with her, if you ask me. What's up, man? How's it going, New Master? We're just talking about some movies. We're on the Snyder Cut right now, so... Perfect topic for you.
There's not much to say that hasn't already been said about this movie, though.
Yeah, it's been out for a while. I've been alright. How about you? You know, like I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10 though. I really enjoy this movie. Do I think I'm gonna like it that much? You know, in a year? I don't know. It's a good question. In a year, then I'll basically have to compare it to the Batman, which is my most anticipated movie, you know, of about this coming year, next year and this year. So.
I'm gonna give Snyder Cut a while to actually rate, because I feel like that's one of the movies you need to give a while, kind of like Endgame.
Because Endgame is a lot of bias you can make.
Something like the Joker, like the 2019 movie. Like, my views on it are still the same as when I first saw it. Like, that movie is still phenomenal in my eyes, and I think it is, like, literally neck and neck with The Dark Knight.
I agree. I've only seen Joker twice, but I really don't want to rewatch that movie that much.
Yeah.
It is phenomenal. I agree.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it already, what are you doing? Like, seriously.
It's on HBO Max. I think you can get it, you know, on YouTube. It's probably on some pirate sites, God knows.
By the way, I was looking up The Martian because I watched it probably about 2 years ago. You can find the entire movie on YouTube.
Really?
Like, just one YouTube video, the entirety of The Martian.
Damn.
I think it was The Martian. It might be some other movie that I was looking up.
You know, I've never seen that movie for some reason. I hear it's like really good.
Yeah, people either hate it or love it, and I love it. It's my favorite sci-fi movie, I think.
Is it on any streaming?
I honestly have no clue. Again, it's on YouTube. I'm pretty sure.
I might watch it tonight because I actually don't think I've ever seen it. I need to.
Yeah.
Alright, sorry, new master, I didn't get to your comment. I've been working on my Batman vs Superman stop motion. When I get my Devastator custom, alright. Devastator custom, it does sound kind of cool. Like a Doomsday? Because that's, you know, basically a Doomsday figure. I liked your first Batman v Superman episode, that was really good. I do think you need to get voice acting. Which I will gladly do voice acting for if you want me to. You know, I love doing voice roles. So if you need me to do some lines, I can. Ah, did I? I probably did. I can't tell you for sure if I did, but I think I did. I really don't know. I'll check after the stream. If I didn't, I'll watch it. I'm sorry if I haven't. But I'm enjoying your stop motions a lot. You're doing a good job. 7 minutes. All right. Well, that's pretty good in itself. Dude, I probably didn't watch it as late, you know, then, because I don't remember seeing a 7-minute stop motion of yours. I do want to watch it though. That is definitely a plan of mine. If I haven't seen it already, because I might have.
Damn.
This game has really good graphics.
Yeah.
I need to get more weapons though. It's definitely something I need to work on because I don't have much ammo. All right, so I guess I talk trailers then, because that's probably the most wide thing we could talk about.
Wait, what'd you say? I'm sorry, I didn't pay attention.
I think we should talk about trailers now. I think. Can't wait for my Dark Side pre-order. I got like a weekly on Baked by Twister. Nice. I pre-ordered mine about a month ago off Amazon. Like right when it went up. I'm very excited for those Snyder Cut figures. I pre-ordered all of them except Steppenwolf, so I'm very excited to get those. I'll definitely be doing reviews on them. If I had all the Mattel ones, I'd probably do comparisons. But I'll definitely be reviewing them. So if I get them first, then you'll get your... I'll definitely put up a review for them.
Are you sure you don't want to touch up on the Falcon and Winter Soldier first?
Let's do that first, yeah. I see you saw my Steppenwolf custom. Yeah, actually, that was really good. I actually was pretty impressed by that. You've been pretty good with customs, actually. I've been impressed. It's more of a comic-based Steppenwolf, but I think it's a really cool Steppenwolf. All right, so let's do Falcon Winter Soldier. So my thoughts on it.
Wait. Should we do that? Just third episode or all of it?
Let's do all of it.
Alright.
It's relatively new. I think we should just do all of it.
Alright.
So I've kind of liked it, but I don't know. That's my big thing. Like, I really don't know if I like it or not. Because yeah, I think okay is a good... That's definitely a really good analogy there. don't think it's great, but I don't think it's terrible.
Really? I thought this was 10 times better than WandaVision. You guys, I was not a fan of WandaVision, and I'm a big fan of this.
See, I think, with me, personally, I think I was more invested into WandaVision. Because it was just a little bit more interesting, and I also think a little bit more unique, a little less predictable. However, I think this is a better show.
Predictable.
I mean, yeah, I don't blame you on that. But I think WandaVision had a more interesting plot, if you ask, man. I liked it as I watched it more. Now, if I'm going to be talking about both the shows, I can tell you already, I think Falcon and Winter Soldier's better. Because I feel like I'm not being lied to. I feel like I'm not going to be baited and switched halfway through the show. I don't think they're going to do anything stupid. You know? When WandaVision, they did all of the above. Like, they kind of got you to expect something and then disappointed you.
Yeah.
This, I don't think they're gonna do that. I don't think the show's gonna let down. I didn't have high hopes for this show whatsoever. You know, it was my most anticipated show out of the ones originally. I hope we see Steve in Falcon Winter Soldier. I don't think he's dead, but I don't think we're gonna see him again. His story arc ended in Endgame, and I think we should keep it that way. Some characters I just don't think we need to see how their story ends. And I think Steve Rogers is one thing. We don't need to see his life end. We don't need to see him take his last breath. We don't need to see him come back, because it would ruin that whole scene in Endgame. It'd be a pointless finale in that case, because Steve had his happy ending. His storyline, and his storyline's over. He literally we don't need to see him again. It'd be redundant if we did. I don't know. But again, it's the MCU. They're not going to do anything. You know, they're going to do what's for money and what the fans want, not what's good from a narrative. Steve thought that Sam would give away the shield. Hey, how's it going? Monkey with troll hair. Hi, JJ Motions. I just started it. I'm really enjoying it. But yeah, so far I love it too. We're just talking about Falcon and Winter Soldier right now, so sit back, relax, and yes, zombie games are cool. I agree. Oof, you dead. Don't say oof, kid, please.
Oh my gosh.
But we have our differing opinions on Falcon and Winter Soldier. And you know what? I personally think that they're going in the right direction. Whether or not I'm gonna like this show is going to be up to, you know, just how interesting it is, how exciting it is. I'm having sweet grilled cheese. Nice.
Yeah, this is like the first time in the MCU. Actually, I think all the Captain America things, like Captain America movies, they got progressively better. These episodes are getting progressively better. Like, the first episode was like decent. Second episode was great, or not great, but probably like decent to good. And the third episode was phenomenal in my eyes.
I thought the first one was kind of meh, a bit forgettable. I still thought it was decent, but I didn't care for it. The second episode I loved. The third one I loved. So
yeah, the first episode was a great opening.
I agree. And I think they're doing a good job with it. Just whether or not it's going to be a great show is going to be up to the how it is. I don't think any of these Disney Plus shows are going to live up to The Mandalorian, if you ask me, but that's just how I am. Mandalorian's my favorite show I've ever even seen on streaming. I loved that show.
Season 2. Yeah,
Season 2 is phenomenal.
Kind of alright.
I think Season 1 at its best is what I really mean. And then Season 2 is just perfect. I loved everything about Season 2.
Yeah. I was kind of doubting that for a second, but then I just kind of remembered all the good memories of Season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And Season 2 had a lot of great...
Season 2 is just fun to watch.
Did you hear about the Lego game getting pushed back again?
Ah, yeah, what the fuck?
Dude, okay, I actually am so excited for that game. I'm gonna pre-order it as soon as you can. Wait, can you pre-order it right now?
I probably could. I have money right now, but I'm not going to.
Like, are you able to pre-order it? Like, is it up for pre-order?
I don't know. Check the PlayStation Store. GameStop, I know you can. I don't know if you can get it digitally, though.
Yeah.
I'll get it at GameStop regardless if I pre-order it or not, but...
Yeah, I probably will as well. I kind of want to wait and see if my dad gets a PS5 or not.
Yeah, me too.
Because I know I'm not going to buy a PS5 because nothing big has came out about those consoles since they were dropped. So they can't be that, like, great.
What do you think about the new Invincible series? Haven't seen it, nor do I really care to. I don't even think Jake knows what that is.
I don't either. I don't know what it is.
It's just an animated. It's a lot like my Hellseeker series, but I think less violent, less edgy, and less edgy, I'd say. But
Actually, I had a really bad idea. So when Endgame first came out, and I was in theaters, right? And Iron Man's about to snap. Spoilers, by the way, but the movie's been out for like 3 years. And he's about to snap, and then he says, "I am Iron Man." I originally thought in my head that he was gonna say, "I am invincible," like
yeah.
The Invincible Iron Man. But looking back on it, that would have been so stupid because he dies right after he snaps. So
that's true.
Be like, I am invincible, and then he literally just dies.
I haven't seen it. I'm not into animated stuff that's supposed to be taken seriously. I love South Park. I love Family Guy. I love King of the Hill.
That vaccination special was like so mediocre.
I enjoyed it, but it wasn't. It's far from top tier South Park.
Yeah, I haven't even seen the pandemic special.
It's worse than the vaccination.
The vaccination special was like really funny the first like 20 minutes, but then they just used the same joke over and over.
I don't blame you. Like the whole Mr. Service thing, I thought that was funny at first, but I love that Garrison's back. I mean, that's good.
I honestly thought he was still back. I mean,
yeah, I don't blame you.
South Park.
I don't blame you. Well, the show's just getting more and more downhill as the seasons go by. That's the shame. Well, they brought back Mr. Hat. He hasn't showed up in like a few seasons.
Oh yeah, I know about that.
Spoilers, by the way, if anyone here even watches South Park. Mr. Hat.
Yeah. Overall thoughts of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I think it is phenomenal.
I think it's really good, but I don't think it's perfect. The Marvel Legends figures for that show leaked. And...
Are they any good?
Well, the Build-A-Figure is actually the wing, unfortunately. Alright, this isn't like a major spoiler, but I'm not gonna say it, just so I don't ruin it. It's in the comics for one. It was teased in I'm not gonna say what it is though, because the Falcon figure hasn't leaked yet. But I'm not gonna say what it is, even though I think it's fucking obvious what the Falcon looks like. I don't consider it a spoiler. I'm calling it a massive spoiler, so I'm gonna. Same with the U.S. Agent figure. Just look up comic U.S. Agent online. That's what the Build-A-Figure Wave U.S. Agent looks like. I really... whatever. And then there's a normal U.S. Agent John Walker figure. That's going to be like Walmart exclusive. And, Jake, I don't know if you caught it, but in the show, there's like those action figures of him. That he like signs one. That's actually like the box of the figure. Which is, it's really cool looking. I'll send you pictures of it in a few minutes, but it's like, it's a really cool, you know,
I
box.
thought that was like a Ken Barbie in the show. Like, I thought he was just signing like a,
it's that size, actually, in the show, but the figure is 6-inch that they released. It's a Marvel Legends. And then, there's actually revealed the Zemo figure, and that Zemo looks awesome.
Zemo is now my favorite villain.
He's one of mine. He's cool.
He better stay good. I think that'd be so cool. And then like one of the later Avengers movies he'll turn.
Yeah. But that Zemo figure looks awesome. He comes with 2 different heads, a masked head, unmasked. He's got the book that he mind controls Bucky with. He's a really cool looking figure. I don't know why people hate on the guy who plays U.S. Agent. Like, just
he's a great actor too,
I like him a lot. I think he's perfect for the role.
I actually like the character of the U.S. Agent.
I do too.
I think all the fucking MCU stands nowadays, all the teenage girls who are going crazy over WandaVision.
Yeah.
Who hate the U.S. Agent are just annoying to me.
Would you like to direct it? You go first.
The whole hashtag not my cap thing just made me so mad.
Oh my god. He's not supposed to be. And you don't, fuck it. 3, 2, 1, click off the stream if you don't want a quote unquote major spoiler, even though it isn't one. Falcon will be Captain America by the end of this.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fucking obvious, but that's what the Legends figure is gonna be, which it hasn't leaked online, but a Marvel Select figure did. And that whole Build-A-Figure wave, it's going to consist of Falcon, or Captain America, U.S. Agent, Winter Soldier, Zemo, White Vision, Wanda from the end of WandaVision, and Loki. That's going to be the whole wave. So, there you go.
Cool.
I agree.
Might actually hunt for that.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I kind of got out of Legends, to be honest. But I'm gonna buy that for sure.
Well, yeah, now that there's actually content, there's something to look
for. People are sending death threats. Yeah, that's bullshit. I don't know. I think he's a really good actor.
Have you ever watched the Black Mirror TV show?
I have not. I need to. It looks right up my alley.
There is an episode with that actor. I keep on forgetting his name, but he did really great. He actually doesn't even look anything like he does in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Huh.
Because I think he had like a body transformation, and he has like a beard in Black Mirror, and he obviously doesn't.
Alright, so what New Master said prior was that, would you want to direct a Red Hood movie if you were the director? I would if it was under the Red Hood, if that's what the whole thing was. I wouldn't want to just direct a Red Hood movie because I don't think he works as a standalone character as well. That's just my opinion. I think he'd work better as a TV show than a movie. But under the Red Hood, fuck yeah, I love that storyline. I want the Fox Old Man Logan. I got it.
Wait, what?
JJ Motion wants the Logan figure from the Logan movie from Marvel Legends, which I have, the Comic-Con exclusive.
I watched Logan for the first time like a month ago, and I really did not like that movie.
I like it a lot. It's one of my favorite comic book movies. Do you think U.S. Agent will stick around after Falcon and Winter Soldier? Alright, so my preference is he doesn't, because I think he'll have his storyline completed by the end of this. I actually think he's going to be the main villain. They're not setting him up to be the villain, really, other than the main characters dislike him heavily. However, again, the action figure that leaked for the Build-A-Figure wave, that's a repaint of the one they already revealed. That figure is in the black outfit, which that's what he wore in the comics, and some people are saying that's a villain of a villain version of U.S. Agent. I'm calling that a spoiler too. I won't call it one.
Is U.S. Agent a anti-hero in the comics?
Yes he is. He's in like an anti-hero Captain America.
I'm hoping that's what he, because I really wish, like, because he could just be another character for the future Avengers movies who could just easily be killed off.
See, I think he could. I think Zemo is going to be the main villain of this whole thing. I think the Power Broker character, people are wondering who it is. It could be the same guy it is in the comics. I don't think it's going to be, but that's just me. Because we don't actually see what this guy looks like, unlike Taskmaster, where I'm positive it's Anthony Masters. I do think that the Power Broker is actually going to end up being Zemo. Because Zemo is really, it seems like he's playing both sides here. And then that last episode, he put on the mask when he did something that he knew he'd get in trouble for, and then he'd take it off when he's trying to save face. So perhaps that's two characters. The masked character is the quote-unquote Power Broker with the purple mask and stuff, while Zemo is the guy who's unmasked in the jacket walking with Falcon and Bucky. That's my prediction.
The Power Broker is going to be Ross.
That was my first guess. I think it's either going to be Ross or Zemo.
I hope it's not Zemo, dude. Zemo is like my favorite MCU character.
He's my favorite character in this show. And I like him a lot after this. I think he's awesome. I need to get his Marvel Legend. Cause I'll send you pics of it.
Definitely gonna look for that wave.
Me too. Even though I don't like that Falcon's wings as the Build-A-Figure, I don't care. The whole wave's good. And if it's the Loki in the suit, I want it.
Did that whole Scarecrow wave come out?
It did. The one with Bane, the Bane Build-A-Figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have them actually.
Oh, nice.
They're all at GameStops. Like, you can go to any GameStop, they'll have all four if you're looking for them. Like, every GameStop I've been to, they've had all four, including Scarecrow, who's pretty hard to get. But
yeah.
To answer your question, I think he will stick around. I think they're going to use him. Because I think Kevin Feige is kind of flip-flopping on the criticism. Oh, you kill off all your villains! Where now he seems to spare most of them. Even Thanos, you could theoretically bring back in the next Avengers movie if you really wanted to.
Definitely will be brought back. This is my theory. So, Kang the Conqueror is going to be the next villain.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah.
I think he's going to be like an earthly. It's either he's just going to be like a kind of Age of Ultron thing, which is like one time, always dead, and then maybe like the next one's going to be some crazy Galactus type thing, and then anyways, one of those movies, the guy's going to be way too powerful. Nobody can defeat him. Not all of them together. So they have to bring back Thanos, and Thanos helps them defeat him. And then Thanos goes rogue.
That would make sense. I think they're going to keep U.S. Agent, though. I don't think they're going to kill him off. I think they should, because I think his storyline's going to be over by then. I don't really see a reason to, but Jake brought up a good point. But Thanos, if you ask me, I think they're going to have Doom be like the next Loki character, Doctor Doom.
Yeah,
where he's going to be he's going to be a huge fan favorite. He's going to probably be a frontline villain in a team-up movie, but he's not going to be the main villain of a phase. He's going to be an anti-hero or something like that.
He's going to be the one who brings together the Fantastic Four and the Avengers.
Yes.
That's obvious at this point, right?
He's going to be in Black Panther 2, which, by the way, I don't even want to see. Shuri's going to be the new Black Panther. I fucking hate her. I don't think they should do it after Chadwick Boseman dying. I think it's pointless at this point.
Yeah, but
So,
if I said that, that'd be going against my whole thing with Scream and Scream
yeah,
5 happening, because
Wes
because if
Craven.
I said that Chadwick Boseman thing, yeah, I'd have to keep the same double standards with Wes Craven. And I
Mhm.
really want Scream 5 to happen.
And well,
Shocker.
the leaks. There's some guy online actually said he saw it. I don't believe this, but he says the movie's like almost 3 hours long, and it's amazing.
I heard something else, and the guy said it was amazing, and that like the studios are spreading fake lies, and then one of the script leaks are actually real.
I seen the one I heard was that all the plot leaks are bullshit.
I heard one, and it was like most of them were bullshit, and one or two of them were actually semi-accurate.
I did
And
see Loki trailer too. I think it looks amazing.
I think it's. Did they say how long Loki's gonna be? How many episodes?
I don't think they did.
Alright, because that looks like a very long series. Like, I see no way for them making it as short as WandaVision.
Yeah, well, actually, WandaVision's been the longest show they've released, but it probably felt the shortest because they released 2 episodes at once.
Well,
But
yeah,
it actually is the most
fact
episodes.
that they're all like 15 minutes, but half of it was.
Oh well, yeah.
credits.
If you're gonna talk about the length of the episodes, yeah.
Which that's another reason why I like the Falcon and Winter Soldier. They all feel like mini movies.
They're all lengthy episodes.
Yeah, and especially the last 2 episodes, I didn't feel cut off when it ended. Like I felt hype enough where I could wait a week for the next episode. I'll be
But
right back.
it didn't. All right. But yeah, my thoughts on Loki. I'm definitely excited for it. I'm not too hyped for it by any means, but I'm definitely going to see it. That's how I was in Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's exactly my mind when I saw the trailer. Falcon and Winter Soldier is my most anticipated of these shows when they announced them all. However, after seeing all them all get trailers, Loki was my most anticipated. WandaVision for me was kind of like I really don't give a fuck, and then Falcon and Winter Soldier I just lost hype for. I just really didn't care for from the trailers. Even though everyone was saying it looked good, even my dad was going, "Yeah, this show looks good." When I didn't really give a shit.
Yeah, I actually had. Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Alright, cool. I actually was not anticipated for the show at all. I was more anticipated for WandaVision because it's the first thing MCU produced. I wasn't really like, if you take away that factor, I was not hyped for either of these shows.
Yeah.
Because it's like, Winter Soldier's cool, but Bucky is pretty lame to me.
You mean
Falcon's
Falcon?
lame.
See, I think they're both kind of the lamest Avengers characters, if you ask me. I feel like they've had the most.
Lame.
Vision is lame. He was cool. Vision was cool in his first appearance, but he's been really lame ever since.
Yeah, I agree.
Because he hasn't done anything other than be a pussy. Man, let's say that. Is that politically correct to say that? I did see the new Shang-Chi wave. I am very excited for that wave, actually.
Wait,
Even
what?
though, yeah, there's a Shang-Chi Marvel Legends wave league. The wave is Shang-Chi, of course. He looks kind of cool, I guess. Bit basic. I'll have to send you a bunch of videos then, just so I can get you up to date.
Yeah, I kind of just fade on and off with the figure stuff.
And
I'm trying not to go heavy into it this time, to when I can actually be into it for like a while.
Yeah. But like the wave is Shang-Chi, some girl character. I don't remember her name. I think Donnie Yen. I don't remember for sure who it was. Don't remember the guy's name, his actual character name. But they're saying it's the Mandarin, that character. And then my favorite from the movie characters is a comic character that moved into the movie called Death Dealer. He looks like, again, he kind of reminds me of my Hellseeker design. He's got like a skull and the tunic and all that. He looks really fucking cool. And he's got like throwing knife hands. He's the coolest figure in the set. And then there's 2 comic figures being the Civil Warrior, which is pretty much like an Iron Man Captain America hybrid, and then there is a Iron Man in his classic outfit, but he's got an alternate head that's like a hologram look. Which is kind of a cool looking figure. Build a obscure character called Mr. Hyde, which I don't really care for, but the wave itself is nice. And they all got a bunch of alternate hands, so that's neat.
I completely forgot what I was going to say, to be honest. I definitely had something to say, but I just completely pulled something. Okay, I don't even know what I was going to say anymore. Great. Gosh, so, I heard something about Black Widow, Shang-Chi, and, what were the 3 movies?
Eternals was the other one.
Yeah, and they all got pushed back, right?
Yeah, Black Widow's actually getting a Disney Plus release finally, though, but you gotta pay for it.
Damn, I was actually hearing it was gonna be coming out in theaters. And
no, it's gonna be released in theaters, too.
Okay, cool. Man, they really, we need to get a petition going to open up Eastgate. That's all I need.
At this point, they need to. Actually, the new movie theater at the mall is really cool. In the Alton Mall.
Wait, which mall?
The Alton Mall. There's a theater. There's a theater there now. It's the burger. It fell.
Alright. Wait, have you actually seen a movie in it?
Yeah, I saw Kong vs. Godzilla there.
Oh,
it's really nice. Yeah, I would have, but we decided to go to that theater. It's really nice. It's a really nice theater. It's a lot nicer than Eastgate.
I'm at my dad's like for a week next week.
Alright.
Week. We need to watch
cool.
a movie later.
Yeah, I agree. I bet we can. I'd probably go see like Nobody or whatever. I haven't seen that yet.
Nobody.
It's like a John Wick ripoff, but it's got that Bob Odenkirk in it, who's in.
Oh yeah, so it's
Better
like
Call
that movie
Saul.
with the dad.
Yeah. I think that's like the only good thing that's out. It's a couple of Disney movies and stuff, but why would we go see that shit? Maybe there's something else coming out. I really don't know. Maybe even see Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat doesn't come out next week, so we can't go see that.
Chaos Walking's out.
Never heard of it.
That's the movie has Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley.
Oh, that's what that is? I didn't even go see that.
I heard it bad, though.
Oh, yeah. She looked kind of cute in that, too. She had, like, blonde hair or whatever.
So, aren't the Oscars this month, too?
I think they already happened.
They did?
I think? I don't know. I didn't watch them. If they did.
I know they pushed them back to either March or April.
I feel like they already happened, but I don't know. What do you think about James Gunn's Suicide Squad? We're about to get into that. So, yeah. you watch Kong vs. Godzilla. What'd you think about it? Well, we already gave our thoughts on it, but here's brief. We thought it was really mediocre. I hated it personally. Jake thought it was meh. I mean, I think it's a meh movie overall, but me, in general, I hated the movie. If I'm gonna really try to be nice, I'd say it's a meh thing.
Objectively meh, subjectively, you didn't like it.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all. It's a very divisive movie. A lot of people are saying they hated it. I talked to. Actually, a lot of the people I talked to are really confused by what they felt. I was expecting it to be bad. That was my expecting. I was really expecting me not to like it, and I was right. It wasn't for me. I don't like the MonsterVerse. The only one I really remotely liked was Kong Skull Island. The other ones I disliked substantially. My quick ranking for worst to best is Kong vs. Godzilla is my least favorite. Then I would go with Godzilla King of the Monsters, Godzilla 2014, and then Kong Skull Island. So there you go.
Mine's the exact same, switch 4 and 3.
Yeah. So James Gunn's Suicide Squad, I'm very excited for it.
That movie's gonna be so great.
It's gonna be amazing.
Whenever I can already see, it's gonna be what Birds of Prey should have been.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna actually be like a hard R movie. It's gonna be a badass movie.
Although in the trailers, the only thing R related is like Idris Elba saying "for fuck's sake."
Well, then there's King Shark ripping that dude in half.
Oh yeah.
John Cena saying that if he had to eat a whole jungle full of dicks to save his country, he would. So I mean, it had its moments.
That was a terrible line.
It was pretty gay.
I think James Gunn is purposely trying to make John Cena not funny in this movie.
Yeah, because that's how he is in all of his movies, except it's unintentionally not funny. Here, it's intentionally not funny.
I actually have this video I need to send you. This is it's an edit, but it's actually making John Cena. I don't know if you'll find it funny, but I was dying whenever I first watched. Alright, here it is.
I'll react to it.
But alright, I think it's sent.
Alright. I forgot I have my profile picture for you is not Will Smith, Samuel L. Jackson, as in that old guy wearing the wife beater.
Wait.
And put my nuts in your mouth. And I'll give you a Cleveland steamer like LeBron James.
The Cleveland steamer.
No, I don't have balls, but you've been begging me to give you this fruity cock. And if you get stuck jacking off tonight, Rock, it's all in the wrist.
he's like a really buff Eminem. Yeah, this is my. Send it to you. The picture I have.
The start where he's like, "I'm gonna piss on your boobies."
I don't know if I like the King Shark design. I do. I personally really like it. It looks like him in the comics, so I'm happy with it.
I actually heard of like a. Have you ever seen the guy who rewrote all like the Spider-Man movies?
Yes.
He rewrote the Justice League, I believe, and he had King Shark in it, and it was actually really good. And they're finally using him in live action.
I'll need to see that.
Yeah, he has like 4 parts, and they're all like 40 minutes, and it's a great binge.
Alright.
Or not really binge, but like a thing to put in the background.
I typically do that for a lot of those iceberg videos because I really enjoy them.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I'm not like a major fan. I've only seen 2 of them, and it's the one like at the president's like, oh well.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
And then I've seen I've seen 3. The president's one, the Disturbing Movies one, and then there's another one that I just forgot.
I've been watching a series on a conspiracy theories one, and there's supposed to be 10 parts of them. He's only done 7. And he's had to split the parts actually, so there's probably like already 10 videos, but he's only on the 7th layer of it, and they're all like an hour long, and it's really good.
Yeah.
It's the same guy who did the Disturbing Movies one.
I was about to watch. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's the Cult and Religion one.
Yeah, that's
like
the same YouTube.
long.
That's the same YouTuber who did the conspiracy theories one.
Yeah, I was about to see. I was about to watch it, but the iceberg videos aren't like the most entertaining. That's why they're good for the background.
Yeah, I love
And
those videos though, because I like lengthy videos that are really educational and talk about disturbing shit. So I like shit like that.
Yeah, and I was eating lunch at the time, and I really did not want to watch an hour-long video that isn't like entirely entertaining.
Well, like Blame It on George is probably my favorite YouTuber because he does a lot of lengthy documentary-style videos like that are kind of disturbing. So he's the person who started that whole iceberg trend, actually, because he did a movie on Lost Media, and that was really good.
Oh yeah. If you ever want to see like a U.S. president's tier list, like a really bad one, I saw one on Google. I was gonna make a video about it because it's so bad. I just sent it to you. That is the worst tier list I've ever seen. Like, actually.
I'd put the last 3 presidents in the last tier. Alright, so... What?
Yeah, I know, it is.
Alright.
Like, Washington, Trump, and, Harding are, like, the only realistic placings in that.
Yeah, Obama was not that bad. Obama, I personally really like.
Take Woodrow Wilson in S tier. He's like one of the worst presidents.
Alright, he had his good moments, but he was pretty bad. I did my whole World War I project on him, so I actually only studied like the good stuff, and he did a lot of good, but he was bad.
Well, yeah, he's a lot like... Actually, I take that back. FDR, he was president for like 12 years and really didn't do much.
I mean, he turned the country around. Yeah, you're right.
He did great in World War II, I'll give him that, but no, the New Deal was atrocious.
I think we lost all of our viewers because we started talking about something no one likes.
Oh my god.
Dude, get into something fucking interesting. It's good to learn about history.
Yeah, they also have Pierce, who is the main cause of the Civil War, and
him and Buchanan are.
Well, Buchanan didn't do anything to cause it, he just did nothing to stop it.
See, like with Trump, I think anyone can make a good argument about him being in the low tiers and in the top tiers. Because he did a lot of good, but he did a lot of bad. So he's kind of a mix of like a Nixon with a Reagan, kinda, if you ask me. Because he did a lot of great. Not gonna deny that. His economy was really good. He signed a lot of good bills. I can't deny the good stuff he did.
Well, he is a mix. He is like the 4th populist president, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Because Hoover, Nixon, and Reagan are all populists.
He reminds me a lot about Nixon, though. The good and the bad about Nixon. He reminds me of. Like, they both ended their presidencies with really low approval ratings. If you ask me, Trump should have almost... I would have I mean, I can't say he should have entirely resigned, because I think that would have been bad, because I don't think the insurrection was entirely his fault. I just think it was partially. I think he made that crowd a little too excited, and he should have conceded. Because he did lose the election, there's no doubt about that. But... yeah. Even you agree, you know, and you believe in different stuff I do, but Biden won pretty comfortably, you know, I mean, it's pretty obvious he was going to.
My tier list,
people are saying Peggy Carter is the power broker. Highly doubt it, she's dead.
How would Peggy Carter be the power broker? Oh, yeah. This
she's
tier
dead.
list, I was a little trigger happy, and I put Coolidge and Polk in A, our B tier. I was a little trigger happy though, because I really like Polk and Coolidge.
Yeah, they're good presidents, so I don't blame you. Okay, yeah, Lincoln and Washington being the only 2 S tier, I get that. A tier, Coolidge, Polk, Eisenhower, I can agree with that. B, Kennedy, Truman, Roosevelt. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I think Taft deserves to be in D tier. He didn't do that much good, but I understand that.
I also didn't do like all the presidents, and I don't know anything about Andrew Jackson. All I know is I'm related to him, so.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. He was a bit of a racist. He exterminated a lot of Native Americans. He's actually Trump's favorite president.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like him.
Yeah, a lot of people. He did a lot of good, but he's remembered for being a racist. Bill Clinton C tier, that's fair. Reagan in C tier, that's fair. Grant is probably the most average president, so yeah. FDR in D tier, that I disagree with that objectively, but yeah, that makes sense. Trump in D, yeah, that's fair. Obama and Trump being at the same tier, I think is the most politically neutral thing you can do, so yeah, that's fair. Nixon in D, yeah, I think almost F, but yeah. Lyndon Johnson in D, that's fair. Jackson in D, I'd probably put in there. F, W. Bush was awful, so yes. HW, yeah, that makes sense. I wouldn't put him there, but yeah. Hoover, yes. Carter, I'd put him in C, mostly because I just like him a lot. I think he's a cool guy. Harding, yes. Wilson, that makes sense. Ford, he was meh. I think he was an average president. Then you have your shit 3 Democrats from the 1800s. So yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. It's a good list. It's a good list. It works. I'm getting my Devastator tomorrow. Can't wait to open up. Yeah, that's a cool figure. Sorry we're talking about something that's objectively boring, but me and him both have interest in that kind of stuff, so it's fun to talk about.
I don't know how they can call politics boring.
It is. It's one of the most interesting things I think you could study.
It's the one thing that gets updated by the day. By
yeah.
the minute, actually,
everyone's got a different opinion on it.
Trump got banned on Twitter, so now politics...
Twitter's less interesting. I think honestly, even though I'm not a fan of Trump, without him in politics, it's a lot more boring.
Yeah, because he had the hottest takes, like, of all time. And he was a populist.
But yeah, Trump was definitely a huge populist. That is one of the big things you could call him. I think Trump is one of the most interesting presidents in history.
He's not like Hoover populist.
No.
Hoover would literally do anything just to
be popular.
Just to look good. Yeah.
Well, Trump did a lot of his things just for attention. Yeah, I mean, you can't think he believes in all this shit. Yeah. The whole border wall thing, I mean...
I think he's, actually, I think a lot of what he said wasn't to appeal to an audience, it was just more to appeal to himself.
Yeah, to appeal to himself and to appeal to his, to appeal to his, you know, audience. Which he does have, which isn't really a right-leaning or left-leaning group. It's... I think QAnon's a biased thing to call them, but that's what they are. That's what they align as, so I'm just gonna say QAnon. Even though...
freaking crazy.
They are fucking nuts, dude. They really are.
Have you heard... Have you not... I'm pretty sure it's like the National Q website or whatever.
Yeah.
And basically every, like, month they'll say, April 4th, be there, DC. Trump will be
because they're trying to do something like that again.
I honestly just think that's like some Democrat fucking, because I cannot believe somebody actually believes
according to some people it is. Like there's a whole documentary on HBO Max and they claim that it's some Japanese 20-year-old who's like left-leaning.
Man, I would not be surprised because there's so much.
Honestly,
like,
I'd love to do something like that and I'm on the left.
How would anybody believe like in that?
You have to be really crazy and you have to be really dedicated to Trump, which a lot of these people are.
Like, Trump is the most jokey president. Like, you can't take one thing he says seriously. And, these people take literally everything literal.
I don't take Trump seriously at all.
Well, yeah, at this point, it's mostly what he does that makes up his presidency. Or
if he if he didn't have such a bad character, and he wasn't such a dick, and he was able to concede, he'd probably be a pretty good president. He'd probably be up there with like a Grover Cleveland type. He'd be forgettable probably, but he'd exist.
I think a lot of this conceding happened with the whole media thing and how the media was biased, so I think he was just mad at that. I think I would be too if I was president.
Yeah, I think I would be in his situation, to be honest. I don't think I'd start a riot over it, but still.
I don't think the media is controlled by Democrats. I just think
it's the left-leaning. Even Fox News, which is a right-leaning network, is pretty liberal when it comes to situations.
Yeah, nowadays. I don't think it's controlled by the Democrats, but if it happened to be, that is one point.
I wouldn't be shocked.
it's one major point of fascism. That's a step in fascism, is controlling the media. That is a point of fascism. So, I hope they aren't, but if they are, that's not very good for the U.S. right now.
Even me as a Democrat, I wouldn't be shocked. Hi, JJ.
Obviously, it's not like actually, they have spread some stuff that's like propaganda, but most of the time it's like some pretty terrible takes. It's not really like propaganda.
Yeah. I mean, I think we can make an agreement that Biden's doing a fine job. I mean, he's not doing anything too crazy.
Stimulus check was great.
It's a great idea.
He did do a lot of things I hated, like the Keystone Pipeline.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like that. I don't blame.
Not helping out the oil industry because now the demand's super high and the price is super high.
But he's got to appeal those progressives. So, I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah,
I can't stand those people.
Great thing. He is opposed. He is definitely not keeping up with his promises, but I'm not complaining.
He's doing a good job.
A lot of his,
I mean,
his promises were really bad ideas, like raising the minimum wage. That was.
He's trying to do that, but he's not going to succeed.
I thought he denied it, and like.
I don't think he denied it, but
he wanted to reform the police, and that was his campaign. It was a big campaign thing. Now he denies
so he could appeal to Black Lives Matter. But yeah, I don't think he should do that.
Yeah, he was saying all those crazy things to appeal to people.
Which is fine. I mean, anything to get elected.
Yeah.
I think he's going to get reelected if he runs again, which I know some people find crazy, but I think he could.
Depends who he's against, because if Candace Owens runs, bro, and
I think she's too moderate. I don't even think they would nominate her.
I mean, you never know. Eisenhower was both parties wanted Eisenhower.
That's true. But he won narrowly in that primary, so.
Well, yeah. But
my dog is biting me. Huh.
Candace Owens is definitely something that, if liberals turned down, they would be big hypocrites.
I wouldn't mind her. I think she'd do a decent job. I don't agree with her on anything, but I like her.
A black female president is like what most of the left wants. And if they just turn down that chance, because a majority of conservatives would like her as president as well.
I think if you ask me, I think one conservative ticket I would consider voting for is her Ben Shapiro.
Ben Shapiro already said he's not running.
Yeah, I know. He'd do a great job. I naturally think he is pretty qualified to be president. He's a very smart guy, and even if I don't agree with him on much, he's a very smart guy. I think he'd do a great job running the country. I think he'd be great with foreign policy. I'd consider him more moderate than most people. I mean, and then Candace Owens, she'd be a perfect VP to him in that situation.
Nobody knows who Papa Gut is, but if Papa Gut ran, I would vote for Papa Gut. I don't think you know who Papa Gut is, but he's the best YouTuber. You need to look up Papa Gut on YouTube. He's the best.
Jordan Peterson, if he wasn't from Canada, I think I wouldn't mind him as president.
Man, I don't even like Jordan Peterson. When it comes to,
I'm not too familiar with him, but I think he'd be kind of an interesting choice for president.
When it comes to people in politics, I only generally watch on a daily basis like 3 people. That's like Papa Gut, Ben Shapiro, and Steven Crowder. Crowder's by far like my favorite. Because he's like actually funny.
Yeah, I agree.
Papa Gut is probably the most neutral I watch.
I can't find a left-wing news commentator that isn't far left. That's the annoying thing. Like, honestly, I watch David Pakman and the Young Turks. That's all I watch.
Me and Papa Gut have the exact same beliefs. I just copied mine off of his because he convinced me. and Papa Gut would be considered like Democrat because, well, he has neutral beliefs that aren't really conservative. Here, let me send you Papa Gut.
I think I would be an independent if this was the 1970s. I think I would be, but both parties are going too far to both extremes. The Democrats are going to eventually make someone like AOC in charge or whatever, and that's going to be a mistake.
I think she's better than Kamala. Kamala's
I agree.
Kamala hasn't done anything right now, but I say give it a year and she's gonna.
I don't know if I love her or hate her. I don't mind her, but I don't hate her like a lot of people do, but I don't like her that much either. I'm glad that Biden picked a female vice president. I thought that was a good idea. And,
yeah.
I mean, if AOC was qualified, I think I would have been more fine with that. Biden probably would have had more of a chance with Florida, if you ask me, because she's Hispanic and there's a lot of Hispanic people in Florida.
Well, if it was Bernie and AOC, they would have won a landslide, I think.
Well, yeah, progressives just naturally do better in elections.
If there was one voter fraud I did believe in, it's Bernie not winning the DNC. Because I have never...
2016 DNC, I would say.
I would say more of this year. Mainly because...
I'd be scared of Bernie, personally. Like, I think he's just a left-wing Trump. But a little less crazy.
I think Bernie is actually passionate about his beliefs, unlike Biden. I don't even know what Biden believes in at this point, because
I can agree with you on that.
He sounded pretty far left during his campaign, and now he's making some pretty conservative choices.
Well, he's a moderate. He's not far to the left. He's always been known as a moderate, yet he didn't run his campaign like that, even though he said he was. Everything he said he wanted to do were not to the left. Can I join your PS party? It's up to Jake if he wants that or not. Would you be fine with that? JJ motion. So,
I mean, I think the party is on 2 right now, right? It's out of 2. So
yeah, it is. We would have to. Well, actually, no, we can invite people. But we would have to add players.
Yeah, but this is the private chat of the Immortal Hellseeker and XX songs long.
Yeah.
Couldn't they just scroll up and see our stuff?
So. Did you see the Batman Long Halloween trailer? No, I'm interested. I want to read the comic first for one, too. I don't really like the animated movies.
That's what I was talking about. The Batman animated thing.
Yeah. That's what the Batman's going to be based off of, though, so I'm really not caring for it. A lot of Puerto Ricans went to Florida in 2017 because of the hurricane. Yeah, that's true. That Trump didn't do anything about.
I thought it was, I thought that, Florida was just a Cuban-type place because it's next to Cuba.
It's filled with a bunch of old people and Hispanics. That's really what
Southern
Florida
is Hispanic, Northern is old people. And then Northwestern is redneck territory.
Of course, that's right where Alabama is. It's like the only, I don't know why Democrats think they have a chance of winning Florida, because rednecks and old people vote Republican. So you would really have to get those Hispanics to go out and vote. That would be the big thing. Because Hispanics go either way.
Yeah, I hope, Biden would be, like, one of my favorite presidents if he abolished the two-party system.
Yes. I think he needs to start his own party at this point. Just leave the Democrats to AOC and Bernie.
Or they could just start a progressive party.
Then I wouldn't have to worry about my party getting liberals.
Yeah. I think you said you'd be what? I'm forgetting the name. Anyways, you'd be moderate in the 1970s. I think I'd be
Yeah.
moderate in every single time period because you see. Let's do something we both know about because school taught us. Herbert Hoover and the other Democrat guy nobody cares about. Not
Oh,
FDR, but
Alf Landon. No, not Alf Landon. Al Smith. Al Smith,
yeah.
the governor of New York, which they didn't say that, but he is. And he was a Catholic. I already knew all that shit. They didn't even have to teach me that.
I personally, yeah, those early 1900 elections, I could care less about. Anything after Woodrow Wilson and before FDR is just my zone where I could care less.
Me too.
Actually,
It's the
the
least
Calvin
interesting.
Coolidge era, I really like.
Yeah, so he's a cool guy,
Harding
though.
and Hoover, I could care less about. But basically, Al Smith and Hoover were both very big into
Prohibition.
actually, Prohibition was terrible.
It wasn't good. You know, on paper, I think I'd support it, but it was really bad. It just didn't work.
Well, yeah, if you're just taking effect, oh, we're banning alcohol, which is basically a drug, that sounds great, but then
Not
you
gonna
realize
lie, I'm
there's
not interested for Black
factors.
Widow movie like we should have already seen already. Amen.
Really?
I think
That's
I
gonna be
just
the
lost
first
excitement.
movie out since Far From Home. If I see, oh my gosh, you can, whenever you brought up the Alden Square, actually, the Alden Square kind of reminds me of me and Nathan's prank call, and he said that we saw you at the Alden Square and we need the credit card info. But that Alden Square theater that you told me about, I didn't even know what happened, but that honestly sounds so cool.
It is a cool theater. It really is.
I need to go there. And do they play like all day?
I don't know. They actually gave me a Kong versus Godzilla poster there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I know Eastgate is only playing like 1 or 2 movies each day, which I think is kind of stupid. Like if you see baseball, like Texas Rangers just opened up full time and they're doing all right. I haven't heard much about Texas's numbers since they lifted the mask mandate. Personally, if I was the governor right now, I'd probably just quit because
Yeah,
I
he
would
needs
not
to
want all the
resign.
pressure. I don't know about that, but if I was governor right now, I would resign because I would not know what to do in this situation. I'll be right back. My mom wants me.
All right.
But yeah, anyways, I would not be able to take the pressure of being a president during a pandemic. Or, not a president, but a governor.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
That sounds a little too on edge to me.
I think governors on both sides are doing terrible. I think the governor of Florida and the governor of Michigan are the worst examples of bad governors.
I think, I can only think of 2 openly terrible presidents, and that, actually, I think Florida, DeSantis, I've been hearing lots of great stuff about him.
They say a lot of good stuff. I don't like him because he's on the Trump wing for one. 2, he's very, very limited on COVID guidelines. He has been the entire time. Yes, JJ. What is your my favorite 1990s movie? I gotta think.
I know he didn't ask me this, but mine's Scream.
Yeah, I'll probably say the same thing then, because I really can't think of one. So yeah, I'll say Scream. Scream's good. Back to the Future's good. Back to Future 3, I mean.
There were some, I'm blanking right now, but I know there was a really good movie that came out in '99.
Forrest Gump is in that 90s.
I have no clue. I'm not a big fan of Tom Hanks.
I'm not really either, but I like that movie. You guys know Sandlot? That's my favorite 90s movie. It's fine. Not really for me, but it's a good movie.
Actually, I really like The Sandlot.
That's one of the best movies we watched at school. I'll say that.
Sixth Sense. That's one that came out in
Sixth Sense is
99.
good.
That's about it. American
Seven.
Pie.
I like Seven a lot.
Yeah. Oh, The Iron Giant. I heard that's really underrated.
You never seen it?
No.
That's one of my favorite movies as a kid.
I'm not, like, I didn't really watch the animated stuff as a kid.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I don't even know, I didn't even think I watched movies as a kid, other than, like, Star Wars and Marvel. I was just more into, like, the crappy Nickelodeon TV shows.
Yeah, that I preferred that stuff, but I watched movies too.
Yeah, there was definitely some movies I think Fast and the Furious I watched as a kid a lot because it's like big action movie of appealing to children, you know, that whole thing. But I couldn't tell you which one's my favorite because I don't remember like any of them. Actually, I do know my favorite because it's the only good movie and it's Tokyo Drift. That's the only good Fast and Furious movie. That is my favorite.
I dare you to only use a pocket knife. If I want to suffer, sure.
What was the other trailers that were coming out? Not Loki or not the Suicide Squad. I feel like there was more.
I think a Halloween Kills one will be coming out soon. That's not out yet, though.
Does that come out at the end of the year in October?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, thank gosh. We need to see so many of these in theaters. Hopefully hopefully this theater will actually help out the Autumn Square Mall and it won't go bankrupt.
Yeah, it's a really good
Because
theater too. Again, you need to see it.
Yeah, I'm planning on it. Where is it at?
It's where like the old Sears used to be. It's on the right side of the mall.
Oh.
Space Jam trailer. I didn't even watch it.
Oh, I've seen it. It actually looks like a cameo fest, kind of like Ready Player One.
Uh,
I haven't even seen Ready Player One, but I know that's like a cameo fest. With just
I'm getting bombarded with people talking about Space Jam too. I haven't seen the first one in almost a decade, and I really don't have interest in this movie either.
We watched Space Jam and BSL last year.
You did?
Mhm.
We didn't.
It made me hate the movie even more though. It's just kind of one of those movies you have to watch once and then never watch again.
I know Space Jam 2 is gonna be bad. I don't know if it's gonna be bad. They did nerf the cartoon bunny's tits. They did do that.
I don't know what, cause that's like bestiality at that point. Like,
New
people are mad about that.
new HBO movies are bad. So you didn't like the Snyder Cut, kid? Because that was literally an HBO original. I can agree. Kong vs. Godzilla was bad. Wonder Woman '84 was bad. But I mean,
Mortal Kombat. We can talk about that.
I didn't see the newest trailer. Zendaya plays the bunny girl. Fuck her.
Zendaya's overrated.
She's overrated as fuck. I wasn't talking about the Snyder Cut. It's kind of ironic because they're both in the same rated Spider-Man movies. Homecoming's good.
Well, yeah.
Homecoming's good, but Far From Home,
Zendaya has like a. Actually, Zendaya doesn't have like a massive fan base compared to like all the other Marvel women.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I think Elizabeth Olsen is like the female Tom Holland at this point.
Yeah, I actually like her.
I never really liked Elizabeth Olsen.
I don't like Tom Holland. I like her.
I'm not a fan of either.
Tom Holland's a good Spider-Man, but I really don't see why he's so popular other than that.
Did you hear about that new Cherry movie? I heard there's like a scene where he jerks off in a stall in that movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but you just see his face.
Still disgusting. Zendaya was Casey undercover from the Disney Channel. I never watched the Disney Channel. I was Nickelodeon. Yeah, you said she was... I think I knew that, actually, but I don't fucking know.
I only really liked Elizabeth Olsen in like Age of Ultron because she wasn't like, overly hot in that movie.
I thought she was the hottest in that movie, actually. It's the funniest part. Or that or WandaVision, probably.
I think WandaVision takes the cake.
Especially, I'd say the end of WandaVision for sure, like the last episode.
I hated that costume though.
I like that costume a lot.
It just looks so weird. Like I couldn't imagine her battling with that. I feel like it should be more of like a Black Widow type thing.
Yeah, hers was pretty comic accurate.
Yeah, in Black Widows you could actually like. It actually seems like something a superhero would wear, and not like a freaking dress like Scarlet Witch.
I didn't see the newest trailer for Mortal Kombat. I've seen the other trailers. It looks fine. I mean, I'm not overly hyped for it because I don't want to disappoint myself because I think it will be bad. But I'm excited to watch it. You know what I mean?
Come out.
End of April, like 23rd of April or something like that. Jake, can I join the party so I can ear rape? I mean, play with you guys. Well, if you're gonna ear rape, then definitely not. We have a friend who does that, and he's terrible.
Yeah. I just saw something on the Oscars. I'm gonna look up the Oscars this year.
I really hate WB. Yeah, they're a terrible company. I agree.
Oscars is the 25th.
Oh, it's the 25th. All right, that's like 2 days after Mortal Kombat, then.
Yeah.
Ear rape is a WB I think WB's worse than Disney in many ways. They're scummy for one. They don't really care about the fans, nor what they think of it all. They actually thought a New Gods movie was a good decision, and The Trench from Aquaman for some reason. James Wan does good horror movies, but no. It's just... They're probably the most anti-fanboy company in history. They're so against the fandom that I can't stand them.
I like that better than like a crap ton of fan service.
Well, yeah, that's true. People saying Joss, yeah, I brought that up earlier. I believe it. He's a pig. Yay, I can quit this mission because I really didn't want to play a mission. I just wanted gas for my motorcycle and I got it. What other movies are coming out this year?
What you already said, Halloween Kills, No Way Home, Doctor Strange 2.
Doctor Strange 2 doesn't come out till next year, I think. Give me a sec. I'm getting on PS4. We really didn't give you an answer. Did we ever say yes, Jake?
No comment.
3 more months till my birthday. Mine was 2 months ago. Mine's on July 2nd. Mine is February 13th.
Mine is right when state test starts.
Yay. Mine is 1 month away. Oh shit. Someone who I didn't think should find my channel, I think found it. Yeah, that's who it is. Right? Maybe not. They commented this is lit on one of my videos. Yeah, my Bo-Katan video. Okay, is that them? It's the same name. It kind of looks like her on the them on the profile picture. No, it isn't. Alright, thank fucking God. I didn't give them my username, so that's good. No, it's like an 8-year-old that looks like her. Okay. Mine's on May 18th. You know, my stupid little friend Ryder, I think his is like that same day.
I think his is the 21st.
I thought it was like the 30th or something like that.
I actually have no clue.
I wouldn't know. He broke my fucking tripod, so fuck him.
Yeah, it was right when I was getting my shit together because they were being so
Yeah, they were.
And Ryder was just throwing stuff at me. And then he threw that rubber ball, and then I dodged it like I was Keanu Reeves in The Matrix, and then it just disappeared. The tripod, and it fell off the table and broke.
Ah, fuck, what the is? I'm not surprised. Yeah, next time I should probably just have you and Maurice over.
Yeah. Birdie doesn't act so bad whenever he doesn't have Carter and Ryder over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he probably leaves. Especially if it's me, you, and him.
Yeah.
Cause we're gonna want to watch like Superbad or something, and he's gonna pussy out and leave.
Yeah.
And the final test is on May 20th. Our state testing is next week.
Yeah, it starts on April 12th and ends on April 14th.
At least we don't have any homework in math for like a week.
Yeah, because we're doing test prep, then the test. So.
And these tests don't really matter other than seeing how good the teachers did. So I mean.
And it's bragging rights because your scores come back.
Yeah.
At the end of the year.
I typically do great on the language arts one and a bit average on the math one.
Last year, I got the same score on both actually, and honestly, I don't even remember what it was.
I'm really good at all subjects except math. That's one thing I've noticed because I have straight A's in everything except math.
Yeah.
So I mean.
Algebra is the one class I don't participate in.
Yeah, math's the only one I don't participate in frequently. You're on PS4, okay.
So I don't like the teacher, and I don't like my algebra teacher.
I like Miss Hamilton, but she isn't the best, but she isn't the worst either. I like her more than Mrs. Bonnets, and I like her more than Mrs. Doyle. So. Mrs. Doyle was not. Mrs. Doyle was nice, but she wasn't a good teacher.
She made a terrible decision at the end of the year, or the third quarter, because No, it was the end of the year. End of the year. No. I don't know what I'm thinking. Oh yeah, okay. So it was. I'll be right back.
Math is my least favorite subject, yet I have the highest grade. Yeah, I relatively like school other than math.
Yeah, algebra is my second highest grade. I think I have like 101 in there.
I have like a 90s in all of my 90s or 100s in all my classes right now. So
My highest is 107 in language arts because I did really good on that essay.
well, for male, it seems like for males, like the average is always they're always good at math, but not great at the other subjects. And like with girls, it's always the opposite.
I don't think that's true because there are like
In our school, there's a bunch of girls that are good at math
there are only
and really
three
dumb at
dudes.
everything else.
There are only 3 dudes in my algebra class, including me.
Because we're not at home. They're probably not giving you more work. It just feels like it.
I think elementary school the teachers are biased,
I agree. They had favorites.
but now I don't think the teachers are biased.
No, they're not.
Except for Mrs. Oaks, because Mrs. Oaks knows my grandparents, so I always get picked to do like the demonstration and stuff.
I was one of her favorites.
Yeah.
She liked me a lot. It's just kind of funny because I'm not athletic at all. I think she just liked me because I was smart and I participated a lot. We have better things to do, like waste my parents' money on figures, huh? When do you open a bag of chips and everybody starts looking at you? I don't. I don't do that. I don't really eat at school though, so.
Yeah, I was about to say, I couldn't tell you. Last time I actually ate at school would be like 6th grade. I never ate in 7th grade because I don't know. It was just.
I mean, you're not really a person who has that much of a, who's really ever starving.
Yeah.
So I mean.
But I mean, still, it's like I basically forced myself to eat breakfast. So after that, and in 7th grade, our lunches were like 10, right?
Yeah, something like that.
We were really early, and so it'd be only like 3-4 hours after I just ate breakfast, and so there'd be like no point in eating lunch unless I wanted to.
You're going to 6th grade next year. Interesting. Me and Jake are going to high school.
Yeah.
You're going to high school next year too, new master. Cool. I have a feeling I'm gonna hate this shit.
I'm actually really excited for high school.
Well, again, some of us are gonna flourish. Other people, like, I guarantee me, are gonna fucking hate it.
I don't know.
I swear to God, some of those popular girls are fucking scared of me for some reason. I only say that because they always ask me weird fucking questions. Not to mention, they always have that same tone of voice when they talk to me. They're like, this or blah blah. It's like, why are you doing that? And it's always like, you okay? Or there's like, or the other situation was they'll act like a bitch 1 second. I'll give them like a comment in like a emotionless tone of voice that's like, smart alecky, and they're like, okay then, I won't fuck with you. I think they think I'm a school shooter. I don't know. School's already the hellhole. It is. Why do we have to have school about drugs? I don't know. Good question. Yes, we're still alive.
I'm also stacking up knowledge on the New Deal because I already know like every school. It's like a stereotype that every school teacher loves FDR. So I'm gonna just try to start as many arguments with Miss Yates as possible.
Get it? High school bad joke, huh? Well, again, I'm typically someone who tries to impress the teacher, especially in history, so that'll be fun. Because I know a lot about FDR. To me, girls always try to act fancier. That, yeah, no, not for me. The girls I talk to are like nerdy chicks, and those don't really go to our school, so I don't even talk to girls that go to our school because I just don't like them. They're not my type, nor do I like them, just because I just don't think they're good people. They're all thoughts, and they're all... Is Visco girl the right term to use, or is that like a dead term now?
Visco girl was cool when it was happening, but now Visco girl hasn't been a thing for like a while.
Yeah, I didn't know because I'm not really up to date on that kind of shit. I don't watch TikTok. Like, I don't even watch it for that Panic Girl anymore. How's it going? How's it going, Paul? I mean, she followed me, so my point of being on that account kind of was over. My whole storyline on TikTok kind of ended. So I still don't know why she followed me though.
I mean, you.
Sorry for cussing. I cuss more than you do, dude. You don't have to fucking say sorry.
What the hell happened here? Wonder if they left anything worth the effort.
Oh, thank God, that's a miracle just to see that gas tank here. Yeah, I hate the girls at my school too, at least most of them. They're just annoying, and I think half of them are dumb. You got any guns in this game? Yeah. Real life now. Yeah, I have guns here. I don't have any ammo for them, but I have guns. But I just have a rifle and then what superpower would you like to have? Necromancing or telekinesis? To both of you guys. What's Jake's username on PS4?
Hold on. I kind of forgot it. Give me a second.
Both of you guys. Well, he wants to know what superpower you want, so you can just say whatever you want.
My superpower. I honestly have no clue.
I really wouldn't have a big one on it either, but I would just say necromancy or telekinesis.
My username is kind of weird. It is Brodel Foshizzle. Capital B R O D E L. Capital F.
Yeah, it is definitely that.
S or I Z Z.
That just sounds so much like you, Jake.
Yeah, I'm appearing offline right now though, so I don't know if it'll say I'm online or whatever.
He might take a bit to respond to it. My superpower is rich. Take it from Batman. Ha. Yeah, I'd rather have a cool power than money, but I don't want my life to be ran by money, so. Super speed, that seems to be like the generic thing to say. I guess it'd be cool to have, but I wouldn't. I don't like speedster characters either. Martian Manhunter's power is cool, yeah.
In real life, I have super speed because you could just rob the thing. There's infinite speed you can reach. So.
Flash is my DC character.
Just perfect.
I'm not a fan of the Flash personally, but I don't like speedster characters in general, so I'm sorry if that offends anyone, but I think Quicksilver is one of the most overrated Marvel characters. How do I repair the engine?
Why is it always like the people are like 4'11" playing football, dude? It's so weird.
Yeah, good point. Did you like the scene when Flash reversed time and just sleep? Eh.
I thought that scene was pretty weird.
I'm not a fan of speedsters, I hate to say it. Just not.
Actually, hot take, I like Quicksilver better than the Flash.
I don't like either, but I like the Flash a bit more.
Yeah. Well, it's mainly just because X-Men Quicksilver from the X-Men movies is pretty. I like that version, but they haven't really done like a decent Flash yet through live action. I mean, a good Flash. Ezra Miller was decent, but I don't know. Ezra Miller, he's a really good actor, but with the Flash and his script in those movies, there was really nothing to act with. So I think it's not really Ezra Miller's fault.
Is Jake Brodell faux shizzle? Yes.
Yeah, that's my username.
Yes, Quicksilver from X-Men is amazing. He's fine.
Yeah, I also play on my second account a lot. I don't know if you want to add me on it, but it's Perlmon713. I can spell it out for you if you need me to. Capital P E R T L E M O, well, M as in Marvel, O N as in Nibba, 713.
When are you going to make another stop motion? Once I can get a tripod. I finished Batman episode 1. I just need to get voice lines done. I just need someone who can voice Nightwing. That's it. So.
What the hell?
And then I might make like a quick post-credit scene or whatever. Need to add some soundtracks and stuff to it. And it's really good. I mean, I like it a lot.
Someone added. Oh my gosh, what is his name?
Yeah, that's right.
I play on my second account a lot. It's called Cartel Faux Shizzle. As in CARTEL, no space, FOSHIZZLE. Cartel Faux Shizzle. JJ is Big Green JL, no spaces.
Alright. It takes a while. My notifications are kind of glitched.
Yeah, he's got bad internet.
Yeah, for Matt's party invite earlier, or I mean House Seeker's party invite earlier, it took like probably about 20 minutes for it to actually get to me. So
Yeah, it does. My Flashpoint Submission's a sequel. Alright. My Snyder Cut, or I'm doing a Justice League thing, and that's gonna be like not tied to Batman, but it's gonna have like the same kind of voice actors and stuff. Like my Justice League will start with, you know, like it'll have the same voice actors as all of my series, so I'll be voicing Batman in that too.
Oh, baby.
I don't know how I can fix the engine right now. Do I need, like, materials? Monkey with troll hair, help me out. You've played this. I'm free roaming, by the way. I don't know if I should kill Officer Man. Don't, because Zack Snyder did it. You don't want to make it predictable.
Well, now we both already know what happens in it, so it's predictable on our end.
Yeah. Can I fix it? Yes, I can. Alright, good. 38%. Can't fix it any more than that. Alright, well actually let me autosave. Alright, so I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's been a fun 2 hours for sure. We might do another one of these soon. We'll see. I don't know. They're fun to do. I love doing streams like this, so we'll see. They're very popular. So good seeing you guys. Have a nice night. Sleep well. Drink your apple juice.